boys and girls, happy Monday. Today we are going to be working on day 1 of math in our at-home learning packets, and our focus today is going to be partners of 5. At the top of your worksheet, it gives you some examples, so I'm just going to go over a few examples for each different shape that they give you, just to give you a better idea of what your job is. So when you look at the shapes, and you see one shaded in, and the rest blank, that's how you make your partners of 5. So I'm going to make 5 triangles, just like the ones in your packet today, and I'm going to shade one in. Okay, so let's count and double check to make sure we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our 5 triangles, and now I'm just going to shade one in. And now our job is to write the equation. So in order to figure out what our partners of 5 are, we have to first count the objects that are shaded. So let's count what's shaded. 1. So we just have one triangle that's shaded. So that's going to be our first number in the equation. So I'm going to write my 1 and my plus sign because I know that I'm adding them together to get to 5. Now our job is to count the shapes that are not shaded in. So let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 triangles that aren't shaded. So that's going to be our next number in the equation. So I'm going to write a 4. Now we know that our partners of 5 are 1 plus 4. And we don't have to put our equal sign because we know that all of these are going to equal 5 because we're working on partners of 5. So that's just an example of our first one, looking at our triangles. Now if you look down on your worksheet on the next row, you're going to see groups of diamonds. So we'll practice an equation for those as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to the second one on the second row. And we know that all of these equal 5, so I know that I have to have 5 diamonds. Okay, let's count and double check to make sure we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our 5 diamonds, and now we're going to shade 2 in, just like the example on your worksheet. And you don't have to shade in on your worksheet because it's already done for you. Your only job is just to figure out what the partners of 5 are by counting the shaded and the non-shaded boxes. So I'm shading in 2 diamonds so that it looks like one of the problems on your worksheet. Okay, so remember our first job is to count the number of objects that are shaded. So I shaded in 2 diamonds, 1, 2, and that's going to be our first number in the equation. 2, and I'm going to add my plus sign because we know we're adding these numbers together to get to 5. Okay, now our next job is to count the diamonds that are not shaded. Counting with me, 1, 2, 3. So our next number in our equation is 3. Because we know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. These are all partners of 5. Let's try another one. If you look at your worksheet in the last row, now the shapes are squares. So let's practice partners of 5 using squares, one that we have not done yet. Remembering that we have to have 5 because they're all partners of 5. So we'll count when I'm done to make sure that I did the right amount. So this looks just like the problem in the last row of your worksheet, third problem. Okay, so let's double check and make sure we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to shade in 3 boxes. And remember, you to do the shading because it's already done on your worksheet for you. I'm just shading them in so it looks the same. You can color them in though if you would like to with a crayon. And I'm sure you'll do a much better job than Miss T's doing right now. All right, so remember our first job is to count the boxes that are shaded, and that will be our first number in the equation. So let's count. 1, 2, 3 boxes are shaded. So that's our first number in the equation, 3. And we'll add our plus sign because we know we're adding to get to 5. Now let's count the boxes that are not shaded. 1, 2. And that's our second number in the equation. Because we know that 3 plus 2 equals 5. All right, those are just some examples of problems that you are having to do today on your worksheet. Hopefully that was helpful so you can just review your partners of 5. All right, boys and girls, have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye.